Hey, what's going on? This is Reginald Perryman, ReggieIsRealEstate.com. Just going over some what's going on out here in Metro Detroit. Going to go over some of the area's top sales for cities in Detroit and surrounding Detroit as well. Just want to make sure, let me go in the chat here. Let's see, make sure everyone can hear me well. Get some things set up here. All right, Miss Phoenix says peace and blessings. All right, Miss Phoenix, always tuning in. And what up, though, from South 1999, taking over for the 9999. All right, so just wanted to do this show today, and people are asking me what's going on in the real estate market. And like I always say, there's always a good market for somebody. It's never a bad market, depending on how you look at it. So when prices are down, you see more of the real money coming out into the market. Investors are buying. Also, homeowners are buying. They're just buying the homes at a discount. When prices are high, it becomes a seller's market, but there are still buyers in the market. And we get a lot of people saying, I'm going to wait until the rates come back down to 3%. So I'm here to tell you the good news and the bad news. The good news is you can find somebody with a 3% rate and actually assume their mortgage. If you want to know how that works, feel free to reach out to me or my team at ReggieIsRealEstate.com. or give me a call, 248-450-0978. If I said that too fast, replay the video and slow it down a little bit. But the bad news is 3% interest rates was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. If you didn't get it, oh well. Over the years, 6% rates were about the average when you look at the past 30 to 40 years or so. So rates are not high. It's just higher than what you were used to at 3 and 4%. And with that being said, we're going to look at the real estate market as it is today, August 22nd at 7 p.m. because tomorrow the market will change. All right. Let's see if we got any other comments in here. We got a few viewers on here. We're going to get into this today because I don't have a lot of time because I have to get up early tomorrow and cut the grass and then go golfing. A buddy of mine gave me a good tip. He said, cut the grass in your golf shoes. You're not worried about getting them dirty. All right, so let's look at the market. I'm going to share my screen here in a minute. And if anyone here is interested in looking at any data from other cities that we don't cover, just type the name of the city in the chat. Let me know if you want to see active properties, pending sales, or recent closings, and we'll cover those as well. But right now I have a few cities that some of my clients and some of our YouTube viewers have already requested information on, and you'll be able to see that data here as well. Someone asked me about the rental market. We may get to that today. If not, you'll see us next week and we'll cover rental data. I know there's a lot of investors out there that are they're interested in seeing what the market is like for their rental properties. And doing these, we cover a lot of deals. So some investors are asking me how to analyze properties so that they're not buying a property wrong. So in other words, the money is made when you buy the property, whether you're buying it to fix and flip or you're buying it to rent it out. So keep that in mind. So we'll cover that some weeks as well, how to analyze properties and make sure you're making a good investment. So let's get into this. So we're going to start with one client asked me for Southfield. So we're going to take a look at this data here, and I'll share my screen here. And we're only going to go back 30 days here. And moving forward, we're going to be doing this weekly. So you'll be able to see data weekly and updates weekly. So you'll see weekly data, but as of now, we're going to go into this and go more of a monthly look at the market here. Let's set this up. All right, so we want to know what's actually sold in Southfield. Now, to some people, they say, well, this is a lot of data, but this is just in the past 30 days in the city of Southfield. Now, keep in mind, this is single family residential properties that have sold. So we want to look at this data. So first and foremost, what we look at here, so let me make sure I get the screen right for you. All right, so what we look at is the pricing of the properties, starting with the lowest sale in Southfield was $105,000. So this was a little small home there. Was unique. They only got one photo, and it's the corner of the property. I don't even want to show you who the realtor is because it wasn't one of mine. So, side note, I want to say this. Photos is everything when it comes to marketing your property because 95% of the buyers are looking online first before they make that call. So if you hire a realtor, like myself or someone on my team, make sure you ask them about photography for your property. I don't care what price range the home is. It can be a $30,000 home or a $3 million home. You want good quality photos. This property sold almost $20,000 less than asking. Actually sold one day, came on the market. They probably had a buyer for it already and just put it in the system. But still, this has a huge impact on property. So we're going to skip that. We're going to go to the next highest sale, which was $105,000. Yes, you can buy a home in Southfield for $105,000, but this is what you're going to get: a 3-bedroom, 1,200 square foot frame home. Now they have one photo, but you can actually see the home. So now we're going to go to, I'm going to take you guys to the highest sold property in Southfield. Now, this is only in the past 30 days. This is not the highest sale in the city for the year, but the highest sold property in Southfield was $550,000. Property was listed at $499,900, and it sold for $550,000. And this is the property here. Swimming pool, fireplace. What more could you ask for, right? Now, I'm not a fan of the kitchen, not a fan of the color scheme, but those things can be changed. If I'm going to pay $550 for something, it just depends on, I don't know, but it has skylights. Nice home, $550,000. There you have it. So if you want to sell a property in Southfield, you have a chance of selling your home for almost $500,000, if not more, depending on the property. So someone's asking, what would 250 get you? And I'll just give you an idea of what has sold recently in that price range. So right now, so here's a couple properties. So Aberdeen, I didn't expect to see this one for 250. Let's take a look here. This is what 250 gets you in Southfield. Now, is this every two home for 250? Probably not, but it's one of them. So this is amazing because there was a point in time when homes in this area were selling for like this for $60,000. And people kept saying, I'm not going to buy homes because the market is depressed. Well, there you are. All right. Let's see what the next, this one for $251,000. Now, people, here's the thing. People say, oh, the market is bad or it's getting bad. The market is getting crazy. Homes aren't selling. That's what we keep hearing. This home sold in 2 days. 2 days. See, this says DOM, days on the market in 2 days. Now, I'm going to show you something Zillow doesn't show you. I'm pretty sure we're going to see it on one. Okay. So for the general public that doesn't understand, when you're looking on Zillow and it shows you the sales price is one thing, but it doesn't give you all the data. There was over $6,500 in concessions given to the buyer. So technically, yeah, it sold for $250,000, but they gave the buyer $6,500 in concessions. That money could have went towards closing costs or anything. But again, that's something that you need to know both as a buyer and as a seller. So let's see what's actually active in Southfield right now. So there are 95 homes on the market in Southfield as we speak. The lowest currently is $110,000. And that's actually a Metro agent. And the highest is 69999, taking over for the 2000s. All right, so this one is on Vernon Drive. This was a nice house for $699,000, a dollar short of $700,000, right? This is a nice home, very nice home. Nice enough for you to buy it. Call me if you're ready. All right. So that's just Southfield at a glance. You got homes from 100,000 active on the market up to 700,000 active on the market. We had sales from 105,000 all the way up to $550,000. So that's just showing you what Southfield is looking like. So the next city, we're going to cover another city here because I always get asked about this city as well. So someone asked me about Novi. All right. I want someone in the chat to just take a wild guess. What is the cheapest home listed in Novi? And I'll wait before I show it. Now, this is homes listed under residential, single family, not condos or vacant lots or anything. What is the cheapest price? Miss Phoenix said $310,000. She's almost close. Sold by Sailor said $342,000. Self 1999. Don't you want to go? Said $410,000. Well, actually, I'm going to show you all here. The cheapest home is $35,900. Now, it's not a single family home, but it's still in Novi. This one is actually a this is a manufactured home listed for $35,900, 2-bedroom. Now, someone may say, what? All right, so people will ask, well, why would you buy a manufactured home? There's always a buyer for something, right? But here's the reason, right? Some people, not the ideal property for them. Maybe you want something bigger or better, or maybe that's all you can afford is $35,000. Or maybe you just got some cash and you don't want to rent a 1-bedroom apartment for $1,200 a month in Novi. or however much it costs. We'll run rental comps one day, and you can buy this property. Or maybe you're in a situation where you have to get your kids in the school system and you need a Novi address. There's a number of reasons. And the thing with real estate is there's always a market for every property because somebody is interested at the right price. So, but if we look at in all reality, the cheapest actual single family non-manufactured home is $299,900. So I would have to say, Miss Phoenix, come on down. You're the next contestant because she was the closest. So $299,900 is the least expensive single family home in Novi at the moment. There's a total of 57 properties active. The highest home listed is just under $3.2 million. It's a 4-bedroom, 4,400 square feet, 4.2 baths. You get where I'm going. Everything is 4 except the price is $3 million, but this home could be for you. So it's over 4,400 square feet, and they only have one photo, and this looks like actually, you know what, this may be, yeah, this is being built, so this is currently not a finished structure. That's why they only have the one rendered photo there. So the next most expensive home on the market is $2.4 million, just $2,449,000, 5,400 square feet, 5 bedrooms, built in 2020. They built this home while everybody was on lockdown. This home was built in 2020. This is a nice home. Someone once told me, if you go into a wealthy person's home, you're always going to see a library and a stack of books. I've been in homes where people were not so wealthy and they had a stack of books. And I've been in some wealthy homes, wealthy people homes, and they had a stack of books. The difference was the type of books. And I'm not going to say which was which, but yeah, this is a nice house. You got to tell me if you had an extra $2.5 million laying around, would you buy this home or would you relocate somewhere out of state? All right, so that's Novi. And let's see. And anyone in the chat, just let me know if you got any areas you're interested in. So I'm going to do another city that was requested as well. And let's see what we got here. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me go back. We didn't do the highest sold property in Novi. And we're going to go back here. All right. So in the past 39 days, there go one of the manufactured homes again. So in the past 30 days, 39 homes have sold. Now, keep in mind, this doesn't even include multifamily or condos. So in the past 30 days, 39 homes have sold. This manufactured home sold for $30,000. And that was the cheapest. Another one, I didn't even know they had manufactured homes in Novi like that. I'm just being honest. Every time someone mentions Novi, that's the last thing I think is manufactured homes. So the cheapest residential single family home in Novi in the past 30 days sold for $310,000. Now let's see what the most expensive. The most expensive was on the market, original list price at $1.9 million. They reduced the price to 1.8, and they sold at just over 1.5. So that was the most expensive home in Novi, Michigan, that sold in the past 30 days, just over 4,700 square feet, 4-bedroom, 4.2 baths. I think Novi likes 4,000, 4 bedrooms and 4-point-something baths. I think that's the way to do it if you're going to spend a couple million over there. I don't know. Tell me, if y'all had a couple million to buy a home, would you buy in Michigan, or would you go to, tell me a city or a state you would go to if you had a couple $1 million to spend? I'm curious to know. Oh, this is nice. I can dig it. I can dig it. When people say they work from home, Miss Phoenix says she'll buy in Erie, Michigan. Okay. All right. For a couple million. All right. We gotta do some research and look that up. All right. So when people say they work from home, I kind of picture somebody working from this type of home, because I just can't work from home. I love my house. It's nice. But the distractions, when you got a home this size, for 4,400, 4,700 square feet, you have your own wing, and nobody should be bothering you. So yeah, this is but man, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Look at this. All right. So we know this house was probably staged. I'm gonna talk. I hate to be this way, but I gotta ask all the women out there, because I know as a man I'll fill this closet up. But I know definitely this closet area was staged, because look how big it is. I don't see no shoes in sight. I don't see no golf hats. I don't see no after 5 section clothes. This place would be packed, but it's very neat. So I believe it was staged, but this is nice. All right, Self 1999 said she buy in France and have change left. That is true, because when we was in France, we seen like they had one of them old castles they were selling. Actually, it was and I believe they had some acres of land, because they were selling wine there. And they were selling that place. I think it was like just under $1 million. Now, I don't know what it was going to cost to fix it all up, but yeah, you probably still have some change left. And it was way out. It was like way out. Like you don't want to let your car drive into that place. But yeah, it was out there. But yeah. All right. So this was the highest sale in the past 30 days, and it was only on the market. Let me go back to that. It was only on the market 46 days. So again, this is proof. People are saying, oh, the market is bad, the market is bad. We got a home that sold for $1.5 million in 46 days on the market. So I want to explain this to you. So the reason people think the market is bad is because for the past 3, 4, 5 years, actually starting around 2018 or 19, a home like this would come on the market and it would sell in a week, probably at the same price. The difference is this home would have been listed at 1.8, and they probably would have got 1.8. Right? Or they would have listed at 1.5 and still got 1.8 because of the competition. But at 1.5 is probably priced right, and it sold in 46 days instead of 4 days. So that's why people have the perception that the market is bad. Reality is, anytime homes are selling on average between 45 and 60 days, that's what we call a normal market. So just like with interest rates, people that had 3%, they think everything's bad because interest rates are higher now and they're at 6% or whatever. 6%, 7%, anything between 6 and 8 historically is normal for interest rates when it comes to mortgages. So people just have a whole different perception of what the market is. All right, so let's go here. We got some more requests. Oh, we got somebody requesting Hamtramck, Bloomfield. Okay, well, Bloomfield, you got to tell me, West Bloomfield or straight Bloomfield? Self said the castle was in Burgundy. Burgundy for 500,000. Yes, it was. That was a large piece of land. One day we're gonna go online. I'm gonna contact one of my international realtors that we know throughout the KW network and have them do this show with us, so we can dream about living somewhere else, right? Because everybody said they would pretty much stay here for the most part with that couple million. You might change your mind. All right, so we're gonna go from Novi to Hamtramck. Hamtramck. All right. So, all right, before we do this, I need to know, where do you think the highest sale was in the past 30 days in Hamtramck, Michigan? I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to take a guess. What do you think the highest sale was? So we had in Novi, the highest was 1.5. And I believe, where was we at before that? Southfield, in the past 30 days, the highest was 550, I believe. All right, Sold by Sailor said the highest she believed in Hamtramck is 360. So let's see. Let's get a couple more contestants here. See what, can you guess what the highest sale was in the past 30 days in Hamtramck? Self said $1, Bob. Nah. Okay, I see how you playing the game though. You just want to be Lord and self. But yeah. Brandy said 325. All right. We gonna see. All right, so these are our guests for Hamtramck. So Sold by Seller said 360. Self said 1999. For the 2000 said $1. Self just changed her answer to 125, and Brandy said 325. Drum roll, please. And this is single family. In Hamtramck, Michigan, the highest sale was 335. Miss Phoenix said 400,000. Oh, a little bit over, but I see where y'all going. So let's go back. So Sold by Seller said 360 and Brandy said 325. Y'all were the closest. So 335 in Hamtramck, Michigan, only on the market for 7 days. Now, got to keep reminding y'all, this is only in the past 30 days of what sold in Hamtramck. 9 properties sold. Now, again, 335 in Hamtramck, just 2,000 square feet, 3 bedroom, 2.5 baths. That's not bad. Hamtramck, Michigan. Sold by Seller said, I think Brandy wins closest without going over. All right. She get a prize. It ain't a new car though. Probably one of the boxes of Jiffy cornbread or something. All right. The lowest sale in Hamtramck, single family only. We'll do a multi-family one next time. Single family, lowest sale in the past 30 days in Hamtramck is 125, and that sold in 10 days. 10 days on the market in a bad market, sold for 125. 7 days on the market in a bad market, sold for 335 in Hamtramck, Michigan. All right. All right. We had another request for a city. Someone asked about, oh, it was Bloomfield. So we're going to check that out here. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back to Hamtramck because we got to see what's active in Hamtramck. We can't do souls without active. So let's see here. We're going to do active and coming soon. All right. So the lowest price property is 10,500. The highest, come on, man. Come on. It's $399. It's only been on the market 3 days. $399.9 for this property in Hamtramck. Just by a show of hands, show me who's surprised. Self said on that contest she won in reverse. That means you lost. That's funny. All right. So who was surprised at this property being listed at $399.9 in Hamtramck? This is a 4-bedroom, just over 1,700 square feet, 2-bathroom, right? So I want to tell y'all something about real estate that most people don't understand. And you heard it, and you heard it, and you heard it. Location, location, location. But the reality about location is demand in any location. So each area has a demand that is motivated by a number of things. It can be the community, it can be the makeup of the city, it can be proximity to other amenities, it can be the school system. You never know until you really study a market. So that's where we at. $399 for Hamtramck is the highest active listing. So let's skip on over to Bloomfield as requested. Let's see what we got here. All right, so we got Bloomfield Hills and West Bloomfield. I'm assuming you're seeing Bloomfield Hills. So in Bloomfield Hills, I need a drum roll. I need somebody to give me what they believe is the lowest active on the market, single family, residential home, active in Bloomfield. I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to tell me, give me a guess. I might actually give out a prize too. Other than a box of Jiffy cornbread, I might give out an actual real estate related prize. I'm gonna give y'all a few more minutes. I gotta get me a countdown clock. All right, Morgan said between 500 and 800. That's a big range. I need exact prices. I need Bloomfield. So sold by seller. Okay, Morgan said 500 to 800. Sold by seller said 212. Okay, that was a long pause there. Self said 350. All right. She just got 350 for everything. She don't want to win in reverse again. Miss Phoenix said 300,000. And Brandy said 550. All right, we're gonna drum roll. Lowest price in Bloomfield Hills, single family residential is 1.2999 for the 2000. So just under 1.3 million is the lowest price active listing. And this one is actually a coming soon listing. It's a 4-bedroom, 3,600 square foot home, 4.1 bathrooms. Brandy said, dang. Miss Phoenix said, damn. Said, damn. All right. First Lady can't cuss, so she said, dang. All right. Oh man, that's funny. So let me prospect the Morgan said, let me prospect the Bloomfield. Yep. Hey, get it while you can. Morgan be having that's a realtor. She be having $1 million listings out there. Yeah, Self said, nah. Yeah, just under 1.3 million. So let's see what the highest Bloomfield Hills. Come on now. Where we going with this? 11.5. Wait, hold on. 15,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, 8.2 baths. They couldn't even show this on one episode of MTV Cribs. Just so y'all know, a lot of them houses was rented for them episodes. Most of them entertainers was too broke to buy them places. This is a nice house. This is a little gaudy for me for this area, but I mean, I like it, but I wouldn't like it for me to live in. But it's a little gaudy. But again, I'm not the one with 11.5 to spend on the house. Yeah, no, I like this. See, there go them books again. Who said that earlier? Sold by Sailor said she liked that they have a library. There go them books again. The proof is in the pudding. What they call this? Ain't this on the ceiling up there? What they call that? Is it at the Vatican? Somebody tell me what that. Oh boy, it's on the tip of my tongue. What they call it? The painting on the ceiling. Brandy said ugly. No, it's something they call it when the painting that's on the ceiling. It's like it's like a famous painting. It's on the ceiling over there, and I think it's in France or it's at the Vatican or something. It got something to do with the church. Yeah, the chapel, the 16th chapel. Yep, there you go. Somebody in here is smart. It ain't me. All right. There we go. Let's see what all they got. Oh man, I don't know if I can show that on YouTube. I mean, you can. I just know it's a horse up there and some people and Michelangelo or something like that. But yeah, this is a nice house. I like this. Yeah, this is what about realtors at? Somebody got a it's still on the market. It's active. If anybody want to buy it, regisrealestate.com. I'm just letting you know. All right. All right. Self said it's in Rome. There you go. See, this is why I got smart people around me. Miss Phoenix and Self and Sold by Seller. So Michelangelo's creation of Adam. Okay, you went deep. I think you Googled that. I think you're just that smart, but you probably Googled that. All right. I think that's it for cities that people wanted information on today. We're gonna come back next week and do another update. But yeah, the market is still booming. This one being on. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. We didn't do the sales in Bloomfield Hills, or did we? Okay, so the lowest sale in Bloomfield Hills was 390. So picture this, right? The lowest sale in Bloomfield Hills was pretty much close to the highest sale in Hamtramck. So let me ask you, and this was sold in 14 days. So let me ask you, there's a market for almost 400,000 in Hamtramck, and there's also a market in Bloomfield Hills for about 400,000. This property was listed at 379, but it sold for 390, and looks like they got $12,000 in concessions. So yeah, it puts them right back at a basis of close to the 390. But now this property's probably sold as is. It needed some work or something like that. But again, you can spend almost 400,000 in Hamtramck. You can spend almost 400,000 in Bloomfield Hills. I say that to say that every market is different and every neighborhood is different. The motivation for buying is not just the entire market itself. It also includes the individual buying that property. So when sellers are pricing their homes, you really should be pricing based on the market. But every now and then you do get one individual that says, I need this property. Not that I want the property. When someone needs a property for a certain reason, the value, it means more to them. The value, the price is going to have a whole different impact on what it is, what they're going to do as far as bidding on that property. Now, let's look at the highest sale in Bloomfield Hills was 7.2 million. It was only on the market just under 69 days, 6,000 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 6.2 baths. They got more bathrooms than they got bedrooms. Boy, if I was offline, I would say something. But this is a nice home. So the other home had a completely different style, different architecture than this one. And this more my speed of what I would like right now in my life, right? It's open, it's big. The windows, I just hate to have to replace the windows and the roof in 20 years. Self said, are they sleeping in the bedrooms? Meaning, did you mean in the bathrooms? They could have slept in that closet in that one house. Yeah, I like this. I like this. Y'all got the movie theater down there. Nice. Weight room. Yeah, this is nice. This is more my speed. Hey, look, I don't have to own the house by myself. We can get about 4 families and move in this boy. We all put in 100,000 a piece for the down payment, and I won't see y'all. I'll just be out by the pool, and it won't bother me. Take turns cooking. Everybody clean that area. We'll be all right. Yeah, this is a nice house. So 7.2. It was originally listed just over just under 7.8 million. Sold for 7.2. I would not be mad at that. Now, I'm going to show y'all something that people don't actually look at, but go here and yeah, the sales price. I was trying to look back. So the current owner, so you can see the owner history here. If you notice, they don't have any of these prices listed. You see that a lot on luxury sales where they don't list the price. So the deed will say something like $1 sometime. But going back to 2020, it changed ownership. Looked like they changed between some companies. So they did some transactions there. And then the previous owner. But you can see there was a mortgage on it for 3.3 million. So if they had a mortgage for 3.3 million, and assuming they may have purchased it for that, I don't know what they invested into the property, but the difference between the 7.2 and the 7.7 is not that big of a deal in this price range. But this is a nice home. Hey, the market is the market. I'm just saying. So Anybody y'all think that says, hey, the market is down, it's depressed. And again, this is only in the past 30 days, right? Share this video with anybody that you think they don't know anything about the market. And the data tells us the truth every time, every year. All right. Any questions or comments before we wrap up? Let's see what we got here in the chat section here. Sold by Seller said, I'm down. You and Sophie are cool with me and she can throw down in the kitchen. Yup, sure can. Self says she can handle the garden. That's what I'm talking about. We can all move into the house, stay in there for about 5 years, let it appreciate another like 2 or 3 million, sell it, split the profits, and go do it again. All right. All right, y'all. So until next week, when we do an update, if y'all have any cities or areas that y'all would like us to review, like me to review, we'll have some guests on next week, probably discussing some things. But just want to keep y'all updated weekly on the market, the real market, not what you're seeing on the news. And this is more real time. So when someone tells you, hey, I heard homes in Detroit only sell them for $10, say no way, because you see what's happening in Hamtramck, right? So we're going to keep this going. I'll see y'all next week. And like, share, and subscribe, and share this with all your friends, family, and whoever else is interested in real estate. Even if they're not in real estate interested, they live in a house, have them call me, ReggisRealEstate.com.